Hey everyone, I'm Jack Hammer, and today I'm here to take you guys through looking at Christian Darrisaw, offensive tackle for Virginia Tech. We're going to go through his game against Miami of Florida. I chose this game because Miami has a couple of really good pass rushers, so wanted to see him going up against some of the best competition that he faced all throughout 2020. When we go through this film, primarily going to see him going up against Quincy Roche. He's a guy that played his first 3 years of his college career at Temple, and then his final season as a redshirt senior, he had transferred to the U. Roche, through his college career, put together 30 and a half sacks. He had 4.5 last year with Miami. He had a career high in 2019 at Temple with 13. On the other side of the Miami defensive line is Jalen Phillips. He's going to be a first or second round draft pick this year. So a couple of really good guys that we might see him go up against. As I said, for the majority of this game, you'll see him going up against Roche, though. So let's go ahead and take a look at Christian Darrisaw, big number 77 from Virginia Tech, a really good left tackle that's currently ranked as the third best offensive tackle in the draft. So let's go ahead and roll through it. And for those of you that have watched my other films, or if you're new, I'm going to roll through some of this a little bit faster than others, and then we'll go through. With the offensive line play, it's usually best to see it from the end zone, but we'll look at both views here. And the end zone view will be the one where we go a little bit slower. So they're going to start off here with a running play out to the left. For a really big guy, he moves really quick, and you can see him turn his hips and turn the man there. Not too bad on this first play of the game. Watch it just one more time because we kind of missed that with me talking and going through it. But we're going to go with a run play here to his right, our left, and just watch his first step. He's very explosive out of his stance. He's going to be pulling to his left here. And he's able to get all the way over to the next guy, one man over. That's really good stuff. For a big guy, he has a very quick first step, whether it's pulling or when he's kicking and pass protection. So let's roll on to the next one. That's just really, you can really see even in slow motion how quickly he's able to step over and get his head across and get to the man inside. That's not an easy block. They come out here with a little quick pass, so it's going to be a quick pass set from Darrisaw. He's not going to be really kicking back on this one like a normal pass. It's going to be a quick set. Watch him here. Boom. He locks up Roche, and there's just no movement at all. Number 2, he has no chance. Really good job. Third and 2. Changing the play. Little quarterback draw. He gets beat on this one. You can see him, he's trying to set inside. You're going to see him try to set inside. You slow it down. And Russo's able to cross his face. That's not a good rep. He's able to, you see him get set really quick, but he's not able to counter the move of the defender. He lets him slide around him really easy. Again, we're paying attention to the left tackle right here on the right side. He's got number 2 across. He's setting inside, and it's just a real quick, easy rip by number 2 to get across. The play's beat in the backfield anyway, but even if it hadn't been stopped back there, his man's likely going to make the tackle. So that's not a very good rep right there from Darrisaw in a run blocking situation. That was a third down. So they come back to 1st and 10 the next possession. Here we get to see the kick back, that quick kick. Just really watch his feet. We'll watch it once here in full speed, and then I'll slow it up with the next one. But he just gets out there really quick. There's no chance for number 2 for Roche to get around him. Very quick first step. The other thing that you like about him is he plays low for the most part. He's a really big guy. He's 6'5", 315 pounds, right in that neighborhood. And he's really quick. You can see him get back there. He's got a good posture with his lower half of his body up through his upper half, and he's able just to lock down number 2. Second and 10. Run blocking. He's not being asked, or pass protection, excuse me. He's not again, it's going to be a quick throw out to the right. It's almost like an RPO from the backfield is what they're going to do. Quarterback decides to pull it. That's a fine rep. Not really asking him to do a whole lot on that one. Here we got another one with a quick pass set by Darrisaw, number 77 again. Watch him on this one. You're going to see him. He's going to be stepping down pretty quick. Watch him here. Boom. His man goes inside. He steps down, gets him, pushes him basically across the formation with a quick hit. That's a nice job. Just shoves him down, shoves him across the formation, looks for somebody else to get to. There's nobody there, and the passes out anyway. That's a really nice one. Here we get to see him in with a run. He's right here. Good job stepping down. He gets to the linebacker. The play's going away. The linebacker doesn't flow over, but he gets there. So, not too bad. What the thing that's really impressive is his feet. They're very quick. When he decides that he's going to move, he moves pretty well. Pass protection again, doing a really good job of getting into position quickly. He's got a great first kick step, like I mentioned. And let's watch it from the end zone camera here. Slow it down for you. He's just sitting there. He gets hit, doesn't even move. He's just like a wall. And you see that over and over again with Darrisaw in pass protection. He's really good. He's really solid. He's just a heck of a player. The only concern really that I have with him as we go through this is, having done a lot of film of players all throughout the country, the ACC just does not seem to have the same kind of speed and athleticism that some of the other conferences do. And he's going up against a guy here who's not going to be a first round talent, whereas he is. And there we see Jalen Phillips coming around the other side, making the sack. That's number 15 here. He's going to be a first round draft pick. Just a great swim move on the other tackle. Darrisaw does a good job on this rep though. He's able to push his guy up, and he's really just trying to ride him around the quarterback. He's going to get close on this one, but he doesn't get to him. Watch it here. Gets to his outside shoulder. He pushes him around the quarterback, who's stepping up into the pocket where he needs to. But on the other side, you had Phillips get by his man for a sack. Go to the next possession, 1st and 10. Run blocking. And here we see him working up his way up to the second level. I'm going to slow this one down. We're going to see him block down. He's going to be trying to get up. I think it's going to be number 6. He steps into 1. 6 goes. He loses 6 because he's gone in to the hole on a blitz. The next guy over is 44, and that's who he picks up. That's a good job. It's not really a whole lot else he can do on this one because he's got the linebacker lined up over him, stunting inside and blitzing. He's going to pick up 44. Let's watch it again one more time. Blocks down, upfield. He's got 44 locked up. would like to see him kind of finish that play a little bit better. That's one of the other concerns that I have with him. Is sometimes it just seems like he doesn't quite finish the plays. Try to point a couple of those out as we go through. 2nd and 3. Pass in the opposite direction. Out of play action. Kind of oversteps his man. First and 10, first quarter still. About 6.5 minutes to go. False start. And this one, you see everybody else. That was actually offsides on the defense. You see everybody moving. But good job by Darrisaw here. Watch him. Boom, boom. He's not sure what's going on. He looks inside. Ball gets snapped, and he's right there to handle Roche with not let him get even close to his quarterback. As we go through this, he's almost just in his pass protection is very stout. He is, from a pass protection standpoint, I don't have really any questions with him. My only question is in the running blocking with his speed. But you see him be able to make a lot of blocks here. He got a touchdown, just a quick draw from the quarterback, and he's able to get up field and get a touchdown. So it's an easy block for the left tackle. He just needs to kind of set the edge, let the guy get up field on him, and push him past. Not really has to do a whole lot here. Steps down, turns, really nice. But as I was saying, the only concern I have is the run blocking. We'll see some examples here, but he just needs to be able to finish his plays, and as we roll through, there might be a couple that he doesn't, and I'll point those out. That was a nice play, though. Run away. Not really being asked to do a whole lot here. Does a really good job, though, stepping down, and just the guy just doesn't move when people hit him. That's what's the most impressive part about it is he's just a wall. Every time he just never gets pushed back. You almost never see it. Let's watch this one here. He gets pushed, he gets hit, doesn't hardly even move. Watch him here. Left side, steps, makes contact almost at the line of scrimmage with Roche. Doesn't even move. I mean, the guy that he's blocking is 5 yards away from the quarterback when the ball's thrown. It's not even a contest. He's just dominating Roche so far in this game when it comes to pass protection. Start of the second quarter. Right down here. Really good job. I think this is a read option. Quarterback probably should have given it. If he does, it's probably a big play. Again, a pass protection, quick kick. Just rides his man around the quarterback. He's not even it's not even like he's on the field. He just takes him out of the play completely. Watch it again from the end zone. You're going to see him. He sets quick. He's strong, and he's able just to push the man around the quarterback. It's not even close. Really, really solid pass protection. You remember the earlier snap against Roche. He kind of got beat around the edge a little bit when Phillips had his sack. They come back here again, having to do a little bit of a deeper set, and he just stones him at the line of scrimmage, stones him in pass protection. Roche doesn't have a whole lot of pass rush moves, though. He's pretty much a speed guy. He's very unrefined in his pass rushing with his pass rushing moves and so on. So he's not going to really he's not too technical. It's not giving too much of a challenge to Darrisaw when it comes to that. But you're seeing him handle a guy that's primary weapon is his speed, and he's handling him with no problem for the most part. Run blocking gets a little help on the double team, and they just between him and the guard, they just root that guy out of there. Watching this one, you're going to get a double team between 77 and the man inside, and they're just going to drive this guy out of here. Really good double team. If they got a good block on the backside, it's a big play. First and 10. Again, just his man's just completely being taken out of the game. Watch this one. The ball's gonna be going to the right, but watch the block. Once he sets and he gets his anchor and sets down, he's not going anywhere. Number 2 has no chance against him. So we go to 2nd and 8. They have a little bit different scheme here. He's gonna step down inside, and let's watch it. Two backs out. He steps down. He's getting help from the tight end. He doesn't really have anybody to block on this one. He's looking for somebody, but there's nobody coming at him. There's nowhere for him to go. Not a whole lot happening on that one. Here we get to watch him with again a little bit deeper pass drop. He gets a little bit of help. He just drives 2 around. Again, really good. The tight end kind of helped him a little bit there because Roche had to step around him, so it kind of gives him a little bit extra time to get set for the rush. You'll see that here. Watch it one more time. Watch as 89 goes out. 2's going to get slowed up. Darrisaw's able to still get back there. He's in position. He gets to his man and just drives him around the quarterback. That's really good technique. There's really no point at all in that play where number 2 is in position to make a play. Here we got a run to his side. He gets upfield. And here's the problem with this one. It's good. You're seeing him get upfield, but there's no reason at all to be looking back. You're not going to block anybody back there. So why are you looking there? Why are you looking back here? You got to go block this guy that's coming. You don't ever see him because you're looking back. And he's standing there at the end of the play. He doesn't make the tackle, but generally like to see that. He's just kind of running up the field, not blocking anybody, looking backwards. He needs to get over and make a block on that guy coming from the other edge. That'd be my only negative that I would say to him on that play. If I was coaching him up and say, why are you looking backwards? Keep looking, keep your head on a swivel, but there's no reason to look back. You see that guy coming from the right side, go get him. This time we got a outside run to his side. But you see him do a really good job of getting upfield here. Not going deep. He's going to be stepping down. Steps down, gets the guy that's pulling out. That's coming across, gets in pursuit, picks him up. He's so quick, and he just sets an edge, sets a wall. That's what you really like about everything that he does. Just you're going to see him step down. Watch how quick he gets upfield. He steps, and boom. He's like a wall. It's the best way that'd be my my description for Christian Darrisaw, what I've seen throughout this game. Run away, steps down. Big run by the quarterback. Watch it again from the back end. You just the feet are just so quick. He just moves really quick, and like I said, for a guy of his size, it's pretty impressive. Steps out. Here we get to see him actually having to work a little bit in space, and he does a good job. He's this time he's kind of keeping his head. You see him looking for somebody to block. Get some help. He starts getting upfield. That guy's not coming. He finds the next guy. Gets to him. It's not a big block, but it's enough to push him back and get him off. Nice play, nice gain, nice job there of moving, getting himself out in space and making a block. This time they run right off of him to the left side for a touchdown. I'll slow this one down because this is really nice. Him getting upfield. We're gonna see him. He steps down. He just keeps going. He finds that linebacker crunch, and then the running back's got to beat the safety for a touchdown. That's really good. That's just really good offensive line play. He gets a lot of help, but just a really good job of stepping down. He helps the guard to seal off the defensive tackle who's playing an outside technique. He just drives him down, upfield to the linebacker. Boom. That's really good. Really, really good. Really good left tackle play. So the next possession, 14-10, Virginia Tech. Again, you get to see his quick feet stepping down inside. He's going to step down. He's going to block the man that's over the guard. Everybody's sliding down here. Boom. Really good. And he just squares them up. Really nice. That one, he's getting help the whole way. I'd barely even have to touch the man, so let's just roll through it. Tight end does most of the work on that one. But he's just very quick. I really like his feet. I like the way that he plays with his leverage that he's able to get because of the way that he's keeping his body over himself and all in line. He just has a really solid base, really solid foundation. Boom, steps down, gets his butt to the hole. Really nice. They bring some pressure. Little twist, he knocks the guy down. They get a sack and fumble, but it's coming from the other side. This is a interesting one just because you're going to see Roche go inside. He's got the other man, knocks him down, and he keeps looking for somebody to block. And unfortunately, behind him, the quarterback's getting hit and fumbling the ball. Again, really good job of stepping down. He just does a really good job. He's really quick. When I first watched him the first time, I wasn't so sure. I've watched this game a couple different times. The more I watch it, the more I enjoy what I'm seeing out of him, and his ability to just move, his quickness. He just has such a quick first step. He's not a He's not, I don't know what he's going to run in the 40-yard dash, but you don't really care about that with your offensive lineman. There's not very many times you need that guy to be able to sprint down the field like you do a running back or a tight end or something like that. You need these guys to have a quick, short area burst, and you see that out of Darrisaw over and over and over again, whether it's in pass protection or run blocking. Here we got to run to his side, steps down, gets into his man. He's got him the whole time, and his man's out of the play until the very end when he dives on the pile. Really nice. We're in the third quarter here. We saw them run this play a little bit earlier in the game. He's going to be stepping down. I think he's going to step down. He's going to block big old number 91 there. He steps down and everybody ends up not having to block anybody, it looks like. But changing the play. Motion. Again, they're running to his side. He just watch his ability to get into the man. We're going to also pause this so I can slow it down. But let's watch his ability to get into the man, how quickly he is and how quick he is with getting his hips turned, because they're going to be trying to run this ball outside of him. And so what his job is, he needs to get that guy, and either he's going to be driving him off or at least get his worked so that his hips, so that his rear end is where the runner needs to go. The runner basically going to run to that point. Let's watch it. Steps into him. Look how quick he's turned. That's just really good. Once he gets into that man and he's got him set, just sets anchor and he's not going anywhere. Makes it for an easy run right off of his backside. You can see him doing something like that with the 49ers. That'd be terrific, especially if he has a guy like George Kittle lined up inside of him, or to the outside of him, excuse me. And those two trying to, imagine those two on the edge and seeing the edge for 49ers running game. That'd be really nice. Pass protection does a good job right here. Really good job. Keeping his eye on his man. His guy goes inside and he's looking down inside. Let's watch it right here. He steps, just drives his man into the guard. The defensive tackle loops around and he picks him up. Really good job. Now we got to run away, and you're going to see him do a really good job here. He does a really nice job again. I'm repeating myself quite a bit, but look at that quick step and that ability to get to that man on the inside like that. That's a really not an easy reach block to make. He's able to step all the way across that guy's face and turn on him and completely wall him off. Watch, he's going to block this defensive tackle who's a man over, steps down, gets him, just pushes him out of the play, and that's part of how they're able to set up such a big hole for him. He's just extremely quick and agile for a guy of his size. Ooh, that was a nice one. Let's get to the end zone view here. Yeah. This time they got a linebacker coming, and he just knocks him on his back. That's just terrific. Let's watch that one more time because that's pretty. Linebacker's coming and just knocks him down. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. That's really good. Really, really good. It's a little screen, so he's gonna just have a quick hit on his man to slow him down. Boom, and he gets upfield. Gets to the linebacker there. You don't see it because he's on the other side. Once the camera moves. So we got to run to his side. Let's watch this run blocking here. He's going to block down, and they just look at the push that they get on that side. Just flatten them out. Really nice. I'm going to fast forward just to kind of, for the sake of time for you guys. This time we're going to have a runaway. And again, you see him be able to just tap and turn and just turn his guy away from where the ball's going. It's just so nice. Sorry. Let's watch him here. He's going to step down. Steps all the way down, and look at that. That's really nice. Just quick, strong, and handles his business over and over and over again. Again, they run the ball up his side, touchdown. Let's watch him right here. Just drives him down. Really nice. Just crushes that guy out of the way. It's pretty. If you can call offensive line play pretty, that would be what you would call that, because that's really nice. Just his strength is really impressive. Here we go with the run. This time the run's going away from. This is a nice one too. Watch how quickly he's going to get upfield here. Boom, he blocks down. He's looking. See the difference between that play and the one earlier in the game? Earlier he was looking backwards. This time he's looking upfield. And he's running downfield. Look how quickly he's moving. He's ahead of the running back the whole time. For a guy of his size, that's pretty darn athletic. I mean, he's 6'5", 315 pounds. And he's moving really good there. I wouldn't be surprised to see him run the 4.8, 4.9 range. I don't know if he's already done his pro day. Who knows? Maybe I just. Here he is again. Pass protection, gets beat to the inside, but he gets a little bit of help, and he recovers quick. Let's see what happens from the end zone. He's going to get a quick step inside out of Roche to his inside. He's able to step and get him with his right shoulder. Gets a little bit of help from the guard. Not bad. That's a good recovery. He's got the guy crossing his face, and he's just so strong that he's able to knock him off balance with his right hand, right shoulder. Would have liked to have seen him on this one. This is really nice. He does a good job of stepping down. Would like to see him kind of stay engaged here. He stops his feet towards the end. Would like to see him keep pushing through the entire play. I think his man actually gets across the field. Let's see, he's going to step down to block this guy. He's got him, but he lets off, and 91's got good pursuit. Just would have been nice to have seen him finish that play a little bit better. Pass protection, cut. Not bad. They're expecting this ball to come out quick, so he's going to try to cut this guy down. Boom. Does a good job, takes his legs out, slows him down long enough for the ball to get up. There's some miscommunication or something between those guys. Did a good job by the tackle. Now we're looking at 3rd and 10 in the red zone. most likely going to get to see him here in pass protection when they get to the actual play. There you see it. Just another good rep out of Darrisaw. He just takes his guy out. You're going to see Phillips making the play around the other side. If you look at 77, number 2's not even close, and the guy's upset with him, and he's sticking his hand in his face at the end of the play. Roche knows that he's beat. He knows that he can't get by this guy. He's frustrated. Late in the third now. A toss out to his side. Let's see where he goes. Blocks down. Just crush that guy. Get him out of the way. Not bad. Yeah, so here we see him. He's going to be stepping down, sliding down in pass protection again. And he just doesn't move. I mean, he just sets anchor. He's not going anywhere. Good job of getting upfield. Gets a block down field. That's really good. He's 10 yards upfield leading the way. Start of the fourth quarter now. Steps down, gets a hand on 91, gets a hand on number 2. They get the tackle behind him. Speed this up. They're going to bring extra pressure, but he does a good job. He gets back there. He gets up there to number 2, to Roche, and Roche doesn't even try to make contact, tries to slide back underneath him, and he's right there. Really good. He, again, quick feet. Quick feet, strong, good hands. Just a really impressive left tackle. Nice and low, gets out there. Boom. Nice. So we see him working right here. Steps out, gets his hand on him, just rides his guy out of the way. Help clear the path. Just up and down, getting out of here into a screen. I'd like to see him be a little bit more aggressive. Getting out there. The back's caught up behind him, so that's why he doesn't actually engage. You can see him gets that's a good job though on the block at the line of scrimmage. Would you like to see him be a little bit more aggressive and getting up there to the DB? Not that it would have changed the play, but just would have liked to have seen him kind of finish it on his end a little bit better. It's a little bit nitpicky, I understand, but just would have liked to see a little bit more speed at the end. Run away from him. He's uncovered. Stepping down. He's looking for somebody upfield. Kind of misses on his guy. Tackle was made 5 yards behind him. Not his responsibility. Does a good job of stepping, setting the edge, and then they got the play action coming out the opposite direction, but they're trying to make everything look like a run to the left, and he's doing a really good job of creating that illusion with the way that he's able to step outside of the defensive end. Steps down, keeps an eye on 2. There's nobody there. Not a whole lot to it. That's a really good job. He sees the blitz coming off the edge. I don't know if they had made the protection call ahead of time, but you can see him really be able to kick out to get to that defensive back that's going to be coming off his left side. Sorry. Let's watch here. They only got the 3 men up front. They see 23 step up. He knows he's got to get him. It's a little speed guy, but he's able to get out quick. 23 knows he's not going to be able to get around him on the edge, so he tries to cut up inside. He ends up making the sack, or get to the quarterback, but that's long after Darrisaw had done his job and had him neutralized, and then the play starts to break down as the quarterback doesn't see anything downfield. That's one of those examples where the offensive lineman can make the play, do his job, but when the quarterback doesn't, all of a sudden now he's got a pressure situation or maybe a sack. Got an interception here. But again, though, you'll see Darrisaw, here he is, going to step down, gets a hand. He's got help the way that they're doing a little bit different protection scheme there. His job is done really well. Again, pass protection, he's got one-on-one here. It's not even close. Just really, really good. I mean, he's handled Roche the whole game. Again, now you got a guy that's probably the 3rd best offensive tackle in the nation, going up against a guy in Roche who's going to be a late 2nd, maybe early 3rd, kind of as his top for where he's going to get drafted. So he's obviously going to be better than this. This isn't going to be. It's not like he's going up against Joey Bosa or Nick Bosa or any of the top NFL type of players, or even like a Chase Young, like we saw with Rashawn Slater in some of my earlier videos. But he's facing about as good as competition as he's going to go up against in 2020, and he's handling him. He's completely dominated. He hasn't given up a whiff of a sack to Roche. One pressure, kind of pressure so far. I mean, Roche knows that he can't get by him. You can see that there. He's got him. He hits him once. He stops him, and the pass rush ends. Let's watch it here. You'll see him over here on the right side of our screen. Just, he hits him. He knocks him back, and Roche knows that this play's done. So he just stops and starts watching the play. Darrisaw has completely owned him all game. He's still talking, but he hasn't done anything of consequence. And right there you get the running back completely flatten him on his back, and they almost get an interception. Watch this block here, though. Number 21's gonna take 2 out before he even gets the Darrisaw. He's able to pick up the stunt. They got the guy. Number 2's kind of off balance because he's supposed to be going inside, so it's a little bit of a gets why he gets caught off balance so much. Darrisaw does a good job. He's following him, and the guy gets knocked down. He goes right to the next one and picks up the looping defensive tackle. Speed. Quarterback falls down. Would have been interesting to see what happens here. He's going to get a speed rush out of the secondary from 26. Barely gets a hand on him. Who knows where he was? The guy was going to have to run around. If he would have been able to get enough of a push, if it would have been what he got there, would have been enough to save the quarterback. But that was really the toughest rep we've probably seen him since early on in the game. And at this point, Miami knows that Virginia Tech has to throw the ball late in the game, so they're bringing a lot more pressures and bringing some blitzes and things like that. Darrisaw's doing a fine job picking everything up. Late in the game here, definite passing situation. I mean, let's watch. Pay attention to the backfield. Just watch here. Speed rush. He gets out. He's got him. He's got him covered. There's no way that he's going to get to the quarterback. Just a dominant performance. Unfortunately for him, his team's losing. You see he's got pressure coming off the edge. They only have the 3 down rushers. He's got to step out on some speed. They get it handled pretty good. The quarterback takes off running, though. Which was a pretty good job by that whole side of the offensive line. Yeah, just big old guy. Just for everybody has to try to run around him because they're not going to go through him. They're not going to push him back. Darrisaw is a guy who isn't going to be like, for example, Mike McGlinchey, who we see get driven back on a repeated basis, or even at the end of the season, Justin School, when he had to play in the last game of the season, and then earlier in the year against Green Bay as well. Both guys have struggle in this kind of a situation where where the defense knows that the offense is going to have to throw the ball, and both guys have a really hard time anchoring, and you see them get driven back into the quarterback quite a bit. We haven't seen Darrisaw give up hardly any ground on any of his pass protection reps in this game. We see, you see him, quick feet, big body guy, strong hands, good anchor, a lot to like. Try to run a screen. He gets out. He gets a little bit of a block, just enough to knock that man down. He doesn't have, again, this doesn't have to be a big block. You're going to see him get out in space. He's going to be there. And the guy decides to run around him instead of take him on. And he's able to get just enough of a block on the block to get him off. Not a bad rep on a screen play where he's out in open space. That's a little bit of a tougher rep for him because he is a bigger guy. He moves pretty well, but he's not super agile when it comes to open field blocking. He just does a heck of a job here, though, on the inside on normal pass situations. Running back gets beat here. Again, just rides him around. Just takes him, just drives him right around the quarterback. Just takes him for a little stroll. You're going to see him right here. Watch his quick feet. Gets there, he's set, and he just pushes him around. Nice and easy. Doesn't really get any easier than that for a left tackle. A really good job. Let's see one more play. Maybe two. Pass protection, you get the inside step. He just drives his man down, does a good job on him. We saw him kind of struggle with that inside move, but he's earlier, but he just does such a good job. He's able to just step down and just wall him off. He's able to, his footwork is so good. Just moves very quickly. Watch him last one. That's about as close as they got all day long. So one rep early got close, and here we go at the end of the game. He still wins the rep. A little bit of pressure though, but that's good. I mean, the quarterback isn't getting hit. I mean, that's a nice rep. And then here's we go for last play of the game. Bring in pressure, stones him, and Virginia Tech's going to throw the ball around. So there you guys have it. Christian Darrisaw, Virginia Tech. They have him rated as the number 3 tackle on a lot of boards in this draft. I've watched him play here a couple of games. This was one of the games that I've seen. There's another one that I'll be doing next week. But from what I see of Darrisaw, there's a lot to like. Like as I mentioned, he's a big guy. He's a little bit bigger than Rashawn Slater. You see really good footwork. You see him. I think his anchoring is better than Slater. So even though he might be rated a little bit lower on some boards, he's a heck of a player. And if he's somebody that falls to the 49ers, definitely would like to see them. Depending on how this draft shakes out, if none of the quarterbacks are available and the 49ers are set on going offensive linemen, this might be a guy that they could trade back slightly out of 12, pick up another pick maybe later on in the in the second round that they can then utilize to maybe trade up to get into the back half of the first, or who knows, just get another second round so they have another top 100 pick. And I think he'd fit in really well and be able to be a good replacement on the left side if they decide to move on from Trent Williams, or who knows, he might even be able to play on the right side if the team decides to move on from Mike McGlinchey, which is some of the rumors that we've heard recently. So really enjoy you all taking the time to watch this. Thank you very much for joining. If you like what you see, please go ahead and submit to my channel, and we'll definitely be trying to put out as much content as we can moving forward. Thank you very much, and have a great evening.